Confident attitude, fluid hip movement, various facial expressions of beauty. No, it's not me. These are some keywords that represent British supermodel, Naomi Campbell. The style of walking that she had shown on the catwalks wasn't the trend of walking at that time. However, her passion and confidence she had shown on every catwalk drew a lot of attention. Many people loved her attitude. Her walking soon gained a lot of popularity, which was followed by other models' imitations. Therefore, Naomi Campbell and her style of walking became a hit of the 80s, and she became an icon. From this, we can see that a leader is someone who's a trend themselves rather than following the existing fad. When we look up leadership in the dictionary, I know it's cliche to cite the dictionary definition, but bear with me, it'll be important later. It says, the action of leading a group of people or an organization. Now, the dictionary refers to a leader as people who take important roles in companies and organizations, but the only reason I bring this up is because it is so wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. That means anyone. My interpretation is anyone, no matter their position, who has people respecting and following them is considered as a leader. Though many picture leadership as the CEO of a company, someone who is very good at a certain subject compared to others, or famous people. This is due to all the articles and videos we can find when we look up leadership on the internet. They mention things like the abilities, mindsets, actions, attributes, and moral qualities that you need to have in order to be a good leader. In fact, this kind of leadership requires you to be too many things. It makes you feel like you cannot become a leader just by being who you are. You need to somehow change to become that kind of prescribed model of a leader. Does this mean leaders are born leaders and others cannot become one? No, that is not the leadership that I believe in. I believe anyone who has passion and confidence in the things they love and has the firmness of continuing, even when others take it amiss, has what it takes to be a leader. Elon Musk, an entrepreneur who is a South African-born American citizen, is well known for his achievements such as Tesla Motors, SpaceX, and the Boring Company. Despite the amazing accomplishments he had managed to bring out over the past couple of years, his childhood was not much different than other normal people. He had been through the breakup of his parents, bullying at school, and had experienced major depression. He described that time period as non-stop horrible. Yet, leaving those times behind, Musk always worked very hard on things he was interested in. At the age of 12, he self-taught BASIC, a high-level programming language using a workbook meant to take 6 months to complete. However, he chose to stay up 3 nights straight and finish the book. With the skills obtained, he created a video game when he wasn't a teenager. Here, no matter if the game succeeded or not, we can see his passion and positive attitude, not being afraid to try things out. He went through an existential crisis at the age of 14, moved to Canada, and tried out for some jobs at the same time as earning his degrees in economics and physics. In the year 2000, he got ousted from PayPal and started planning about his dreams since he was little about space exploration. Musk read many books and even visited Russia to purchase a rocket, but was not successful with the negotiations. So he decided to build on himself. It wasn't easy for a man who simply read books and articles to start this kind of company, and yet to face many problems. Not only SpaceX, Elon Musk wanted to help with climate change, so he joined with some others to create solar panels and electric cars to reduce global warming. Although both of Musk's companies are great success stories and get recognized by others, the journey wasn't easy. They went through many difficulties and failures. Unlike fairy tales, there were ups and downs after successes. But his teams managed to stand up again with passion and confidence, with innovative products, rockets, electric cars, solar panels, rockets, and tunnels. Now you might be wondering, is Tesla the first company to invent electric cars and solar panels? Rockets and tunnels weren't invented by him either. Then you may be thinking that I have the wrong example to explain my statement. Firstly, yes, he wasn't the first in making these products. But secondly, although he didn't invent a brand new product, he managed to spread them which were relatively unknown and not well developed into things that have quite an impact on the world. Others who tried to adapt to the electric car gave in to the challenges, listened to naysayers, and eventually gave up. Musk had all those same challenges, but he didn't care when others said it was impossible. He just followed his passion that ended up setting a new trend in the automobiles that is now changing the entire auto industry. Another leader that is a great example of this kind of leadership is the computer animation company, Pixar. The famous Toy Story was created by this group and is the first movie that was fully computer animated. One of the software engineers named Ed Catmull said in an interview, "At that point, none of us knew what we were doing. We didn't have any production expertise except for short films and commercials, so we were all complete novices. But there was something fresh about nobody knowing what the hell we were doing." He also mentioned that the entire company was based on a gamble upon them figuring it out. Almost nobody imagined the new style of movies to be successful, including the engineers who were creating it. But the team still wanted to make a change in the history of the movies and released Toy Story, which was a great hit with the audience. The fresh and uniqueness drew all the attention to the movies at that time, with the media all mentioning it. If they chose to be normal and made similar movies at that time, then computer animated movies might not be common these days, and Pixar wouldn't have received adulation and extended the Toy Story until the 4th series. Between the examples that I have given you today, these leaders have one major thing in common that you should be aware of to become this kind of leader. These people did not invent or create new things because they just wanted to gain followers. They wanted to make a change, they liked it, so they did it. They also did not do fancy advertisements and commercials to just attract more consumers. They actually focused on the product and its quality. In fact, Tesla spent $0 advertising their products. On the other hand, rival companies like Ford spent around $4 billion in 2018 worldwide. Still, Tesla has a much higher market value than Ford. This proves that followers come when you're mission-driven on your passion, not being gained depending on the effectiveness of the ads. There are leaders who show, and there are leaders who tell their actions. Naomi Campbell walks down the catwalk with herself walking to express herself and her feelings, not trying to tell everyone else that she has made a change and they should do as she does. Elon Musk made those products from his own interest to lessen climate change instead of fame and wealth. Pixar released Toy Story as its personal challenge, not designed for every other movie that was released after it to be created by the computer animated technique. These people did not become leaders by preaching, but rather for the actions that lead to them becoming a role model themselves. My dream job is to become an entrepreneur that makes apps to support students' mentality towards education, giving them some studying tips and counseling to prevent teen depression. I also want to sell well-designed stationery and other tools that may stimulate them to study. To do that, I now have to have blinders on and run straight towards it like horses. What I mean is that others who are criticizing my dreams won't stop me, as I believe I'll do it one day if I work very hard from now on. Through my research, I know that there are some similar companies right now, but I can be another Elon Musk and develop my idea further or come up with some new products that may stimulate them to study. The leadership that I want to tell you all today is the one that is open for anyone to be. Furthermore, it's better when there are more people acting as leaders because it will mean the role will develop quicker. Doing something you like and not stopping can lead you to become a successful leader of a trend like the ones that I've been talking about. And in the process, you may even end up becoming a leader that the dictionary interprets as a leader of an organization. I hope you all become happy, confident leaders in your favorite subject, no matter the opinion of the others. Stay passionate, stay confident. Thank you.